I love David Cross.
Welcome, David Cross. Is it hard today, in today's context in Hollywood and in the comedy scene, to be critical of Israel?
I mean, maybe for some people, I don't give a shit. And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fear any backlash. I don't care. To me, this is the morally ethical right thing to do. So yeah, I don't have a problem doing that.
What are your thoughts on the people who have condemned Jonathan Glazer?
I assume they're being reactionary and, speaking from a very emotional place. And I understand that. I just don't share that. As I pride myself in the ability to remove emotion from decisions I make about morality and, ethics.
Have you faced any backlash or criticism about this issue?
Not that I know of, but I stay off social media. I mean, I use it to tell people where I'm doing stuff, but I don't have it on my phone or on my computer. I don't use it. I live in Brooklyn. I got a family. I'm mostly dealing with them, taking my kid to school. And,
chat, one of the things that I oftentimes, I think about, is how come, none of the most evil sons of bitches ever just drop dead? Not one of them? That's where it's like, man, maybe the Gnostics have a point, that we are in hell.
Occasionally you'll say something on stage where the people will go, "Whoa," but that's really the only response I'm aware of. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me.
I guess you have already created a career and following where your being outspoken is built into it. You were raised Jewish. I know that you were raised Jewish, but you consider yourself an atheist, right?
Yes, because I am. Technically.
Yeah. You self-identify as an atheist.
The science is in, so yeah.
An atheist, right. Were you raised with Zionism?
Not through my parents, but, at the temple, and that was a part of it, and I was certainly aware.
Oh my God, chat. I show speed. Free
I'm out the in the stream and wrap it up. It's out the London for sure now. In the stream, man.
What is that? Has anybody seen that? What is this place? Is that a dragon? China, here I come. See y'all soon.
I'm out the in the stream and
oh my Lord, dude. I hope the Chinese government realizes the opportunity they have. I hope they do. And it's handled well.
Of it, but it wasn't like,
honestly, you and Hassan are fake socialists because you let Speed get there before you. I'm not really an IRL streamer, I'm just not an IRL streamer. It's not in my wheelhouse, but I'm not totally against it. I'm just not really an IRL streamer,
that wasn't a big deal at home, and I was raised Reformed, so it's, the major holidays.
Your Austria streams were great. Oh, thank you.
A handful of other things, and that was pretty much the extent of it. It's just cultural stuff. It was like for a lot of Jews, it's or American Jews at least, it's it's tribal, it's cultural, it was that stuff.
Were you bar mitzvahed?
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. I wasn't bar mitzvahed.
It was a deal I made with my mom that I would get I would get bar mitzvah.
I love Speed so fucking much, dude.
Israel?
Yes.
Freedom Palestine?
No.
No.
We're from Israel, bro.
You know who I believe in?
What?
Allahu Akbar. Israel got to free Palestine first.
Wait, what do you mean?
They got to free Palestine first. Hey, free Palestine! Free Palestine, you piece of
Palestine, I am Arabic, you.
Free Palestine! Shut up! Where you from?
Me, I'm from Palestine.
Oh, you from Palestine? Yo, hey, yo, just build up the free Palestines in the chat. So you're Muslim?
Allahu Akbar.
Allah! Israel! Free Palestine, man. Hey, where y'all from?
Israel, man.
Hey, bro, play a beat. I say, free Palestine, boy, you need to do it. Israel is the country that you really need to do it. Don't interrupt my rap. Free Palestine, that's what you need to do that. Yeah, bro. Where you live?
I live in Israel.
Free Palestine, man. Hey, y'all from Israel?
Yeah. You love
Free Palestine! It ain't funny? Free Palestine! Yo, what's good? You're from Israel?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, free Palestine, my man, all right? Free Palestine, bro. Everybody
And
says
he's going to China first. And he's going to China first.
mitzvah, and I get confirmed, go through Sunday school,
Assad
and
is
then
washed for real. Actual biggest socialist streamer is I Show Speed. Now, I Show Speed is a kid, man. He's a young kid. He's a young kid. He's not a political guy, but he's a good guy. Like, honestly, I will say this about I Show Speed. I've never been more wrong about a content creator than I Show Speed. When I saw him at the very beginning, I didn't get it at all. I thought he was just going to be another, loud streamer. Loud equals funny streamer for the kids. But honestly, he's a good guy. I just hope all the money doesn't get to him. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that I worry about, is once you start getting to the very, very top, the amount of pressure that gets put on you is crazy.
do whatever I wanted, which is exactly what I did.
Plus, you get a lot of presents, right?
No, I didn't.
Really?
It's a long story, but no, I got about say about $320, and then my dad took that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Talk about his bar
I'm
mitzvah.
sorry,
Not a very
he
good look.
Borrowed it.
Okay, got it.
Best speed clip.
it's right here. Israel's right here. Bye bye, Israel.
Okay, listen. Listen.
It's not a very good look for our people.
Well, that was just him particular.
What your dad
that was
did.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
Not because he's Jewish.
no.
I just want to make that clear.
That's
No, he's a-
Palestine
he was,
too, you know. I denounce it. I
He
denounce
was
it.
an asshole.
But he gave you British citizenship, right?
I got it
Chill.
recently, and yes, he's from Leeds, England, and I work in the UK quite a bit and have for the last 20 years, and I wanted the dual citizenship for obvious reasons. That became more urgent in the last 7 years, but I didn't want to have to go through him. I've been estranged from him since I was a teenager, and I don't want to contact him, but I finally found a service in Scotland that was able to acquire it with just the handful of
Oh my God, she's echoing. She's killing me with this.
certifications that I had, and so now, yes, I am a dual citizen, but I didn't have to contact him, so that's good.
Right. Nice special program in Scotland for children of
It's
vassal
what
dads.
they help you or help one do that if your parents are dead or whatever it is. Like, all I have is a photocopy of my mom's marriage certificate. Will that work? And they just dug through all the records and got it.
So do you remember becoming critical of Israel, becoming involved in this issue? Did you have an aha moment? Is this a special issue for you, or is it more just part of your commitment to human rights?
Yeah, it's not. There's no. I mean, I've known Israel as,
Oh shit.
Shine the baby!
心中的太阳是毛泽东哎，他领导我们奋勇前进哎，革命江山一片红哎，一呀一自由，要伟大自由啊！天上太阳红。
We are washed.
Shine the
We are washed.
has been corrupt, and and it's an apartheid state, and there's just there's no argument you can have with
Like
me
he was doing
that
that as a
comes
teenager.
from
You're whack. So true.
an emotional place that's going to change my mind about facts. And if we're going to understand the universally understood definition of what is apartheid, well, that's Israel. It fits. There's nothing to argue, and I don't care. I don't feel tribal. I don't give a shit. I don't, and that applies to everything. I don't, get upset about, white men are victims, and I'm a white man, I should be upset, or Jews, or whatever, bald people. Just a cursory understanding of history and in recent history and what how Israel came to be and all that. There's right and there's wrong. You can't bend it to your will.
Did you ever have a positive opinion of Israel that was kind of disrupted by reality, or did you never really?
I mean, yeah, the concept. If things were equitable, but they're not. The concept is fine. I don't have a problem with that. There should have been a two-state solution a long time ago. The Oslo Accords should have been, not blatantly scuppered. But yeah, I mean, if on paper it could work, but it didn't. I don't have like the kind of hatred that Israelis have for Palestinians. I don't have that for any, culture or ethnicity. I wasn't raised to hate, to see this thing as my enemy.
You tweeted at one point in response to David Zirin, who writes about sports for The Nation. David Zirin wrote, "As a Jew, I want to welcome anyone who wants to criticize a lobbying coalition funded by arms manufacturers, evangelical Christians, and allies of the right-wing edge of Israeli politics. Criticizing AIPAC is not anti-Semitic, and it's absurd that this even needs to be said." And you tweeted, quote tweeted that, you said, "Part of what led me from Judaism to atheism was becoming self-aware while observing the hypocrisy, willful ignorance, and blindness to their obvious double standard that my fellow Jews at Temple displayed, echoed, and supported, pure tribalism."
Yeah, sure.
How did that manifest, this willful ignorance? Do you remember at Temple?
Yeah, it's the hypocrisy that anybody in any religion that purports to be these, humane and caring and selfless and generous and loving and whatever that, and then to see it not being, just to see the opposite, just the hypocrisy of it. Specifically, the idea of not consumerism, but the idea that there was always this kind of, I remember also at the time, I was young, but there was a whole concentration on Ethiopian Jews and getting them kind of repatriated somewhere where they could practice. And but nobody wanted to have them in their house or sponsor them. And Atlanta, when I was a kid, there was a very hospitable, genteel racism. It was kind. It was a certain kind of racism, and also the status that people were.
By the way, that racism is only kind if you're in the superior position. It's kind, but it's backed with a rod of iron. It's not. It's
Wrap it up.
Genteel.
It's not the London for sure now.
It's self-assured. Your superior position. That racism will turn go very rapidly from genteel, which is what you're seeing today in America. All right, we've got a new
New York
video
Times.
from Noah Sampson that I wanted to watch that I think is going to be a lot better. Thank you, David Cross. Noah Sampson putting out banger after banger.
It's one of the most popular publications in the world and the paper of record for the United States. It's also run cover for Israel's genocide of Palestinians in Gaza. It's done this with things like laundering atrocity propaganda, passively framing Israel's war crimes, deliberately avoiding the
Frederick Douglass's take is Southern racism is whites are okay with black folks around them but not above them. Northern racism is whites are okay with black people above them but not near them. Damn, that's so true.
use of crucial descriptive words like genocide and more. Today, we're going to get a small taste of that by reading through one of their beautiful pieces of journalism, an article published on March 15th titled, "Israel Keeps Up Attacks in Gaza Despite Truce." Now, already you may notice a bit of a problem with the headline. There's a truce, they say, but Israel is also conducting attacks in Gaza. So is there a truce or is there not one? If there is a truce, the correct
Okay, Chad, I just saw the funniest thing from Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh being promoted by the algorithm again, even though I don't follow the guy. I don't want to give the Statue of Liberty to France, but I do think we should remove the dumb poem about huddled masses and send that to them. They can attach it to the Eiffel Tower or something. America is not an international homeless shelter. This dude is Irish! You're fucking Irish! Yo, can we get we need to do a 23andMe for Matt Walsh. I need to get his, I need to see his fucking, I need to see his ancestors and when they came to America. I need to find out who his ancestors are. Like, I legitimately, we've got to do an investigation. We've got to do an investigation. Born and raised in Baltimore County, Maryland. He was a contributor to HuffPost. Wow, thank you, liberals. St. Francis Xavier College Church at St. Louis University canceled a speech by Walsh that it had planned. He's literally just a guy who did shitty radio in Delaware and didn't have any ratings, but then got promoted by billionaires for his entire career. Walsh argued that ozone depletion and acid rain were never serious problems. I wanted to learn more. Again, I don't really care about his dumb positions. He doesn't know anything. He is of Irish descent. Ooh, okay, we got a source.
I shouldn't complain about this. I will complain about it, but I shouldn't, because the truth is, I have to take responsibility. Like, this is my fault. What you're seeing here, this is really my fault. That's the truth. We were talking about, we'd do some videos around the holidays. There was some suggestion that there should be some video of me eating something that's kind of unappealing. And then I actually said, why wouldn't I have a vegan Christmas holiday meal? It was at this moment that I knew I messed up. I don't know why I said that. I
messed up.
Why. I cannot tell you why I said that.
Can't say fuck.
It's just temporary psychosis, or maybe not so temporary. And so that's where we are now. This is where we are. This is a vegan Christmas holiday meal. It's all vegan. The mashed potatoes, that can't be too bad. So that's mashed potatoes. I think potatoes themselves are vegan, right? So that's probably not terrible. And then we've got the vegan fruitcake. So it kind of get progressively worse. Then we have the vegan eggnog. And then this here, I don't know what. This I can't even look at this. This is vegan turkey. Tofurkey? This is just horrifying. I don't know. Oh my, okay. The smell coming from this is extremely upsetting to me. It smells a bit like going into a porta potty on a hot day. And it looks like it too. It looks a little bit like it, like what you might see when you go inside one. All right, we'll start with the mashed potatoes. These can't be that bad. I know, famous last words, but it's just potatoes, right? So they're actually worse than you think. They're somehow bad. How are these bad? They're just potatoes. How did the vegans find a way to screw up potatoes? They're pretty bad. I guess because they have vegan butter in them, and that's what ruins it. You don't need the butter. Just take regular potatoes and mash them up. Put nothing else in them. They would at least be edible. This is not edible. Ugh. And I take personal offense to it as an Irish American myself. I take potatoes very seriously. And
okay, that's the source for him being Irish. That was their source for him being Irish. He says he's Irish. So he's like, America shouldn't have the Statue of Liberty. We shouldn't bring your huddled masses here. We're not a homeless shelter. You're Irish, bitch! Like, something about Josh, you know, just think about Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro being anti-immigration. It's like, you're Jewish and you're Irish. Your families came here during the mass migrations. Like, you're only here because we had open borders. Like, it's just crazy how, I mean, I guess they just don't care. It doesn't apply to me. So I don't give a shit that I would deport my own ancestor. It's like, do you think you add value to society? I mean, like, honestly, not having Ben Shapiro and not having Matt Walsh. Huh. It's like, what? You shouldn't be here. If we followed the rules that you're advising we follow, you would not exist. I am native to America. I was born here and my family is here. My ancestors came here at some point in the past. By your logic, anyone born here would be considered native. Is that really what you're suggesting? You're not native to America. My ancestors came at some point in the past. Is Matt Walsh's argument. Holy shit, dude.